Hey, how y'all doing? It feels good. It feels really good. I'm really excited about this year. Just been a long couple weeks for me, so to be back here, it's just always good to be on stage with the guys in my band. Just good medicine, and be with these fans. Tonight, last night at the Music Fest, and it's been something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and just excited to get out there and slam a few Red Bulls and go try to kick some ass. Yeah, it really was. We played Detroit last night, the Detroit Hoedown, and people were asking me if it was hard to come back out and play a show. It's really been something I've been looking forward to. I knew it was, had that week leading up to, and just knew being out on stage with the guys of the band and with our fans would be when I needed, even if I didn't know if I could really go out there and do it. And the second I got out there, it just felt great, and it's what it's all kind of about. Is that in country music there really is your fans know so much about you, not just your music, but your personal life and what's going on. I was actually leaving the house today, and two of those Gray Line buses were like tagged right into my driveway, and my truck from the 5150 is still destroyed from the last video shoot we just did. There's so much mud on it that I had to take it somewhere to have them work on it. So it's actually my wife's car, and stuck at the end of the driveway there. The two vans went by. I'm like, "How y'all doing? This is where I live." But that's the kind of thing about country music. Everyone knows everything. So those fans were great last night, and they really gave me everything they had. And it's the best medicine there is. Playing live music and being with your fans is pretty strong. Yeah. No, I have done it a couple times now. It's great where someone, you go on there to check something and there's someone talking about how they want to go to the show, but it's sold out and they can't get in. You're like, I know somebody, and it kind of freaks them out and makes their day. Then you get like a barrage of 50 texts, hey, or I want to come too. So you're kind of putting yourself into that position, but it's great because you really can make someone's day or make their night. And I think we're still kind of figuring out all the different ways you can use Twitter and whatnot for good stuff like that. Not just fun, but also a cool way to help out some fans and give back a little bit to them and just have fun with them, kind of mess with them a little bit. It goes both ways. We're just talking about my dad. For me, I've had just so many texts and emails and phone calls from friends in this town, which is, it's going to take a while to get back to them all. It's been such a great outpouring from folks here. But also just, there's times you're alone and you're just kind of all this time with my dad and whatnot. I just kind of go on there to see what's going on out in the Twitter world and just people I don't even know, saying so many great things. So it goes both ways, and I'm glad to be able to send it out there and also have it come back to me. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this certain kind of guitar. It's a Martin guitar. It's kind of for me, it's the official bluegrass guitar, but it's used for a lot of different styles of music other than just bluegrass. But all the guys I love, from Del McCoury to back to Lester Flatt, and guys like Dwight Yoakam too, Marty Stewart. They use this guitar, and I moved here. I couldn't afford one. I always wanted one, and I eventually worked. Was able to get a cheap. They're not cheap, but they're great. And I got a 1971 D18, and I still have it. And I've discovered that one, which I've discovered with any of those Martin guitars, they really retain their value, and if not, even go up. So, but I always wanted one. Just those guys I always looked up to played one, and it happened. So I got my signature model coming out later this year. Actually, I think later this month or July, and it's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people won't mean anything, but to me, it's a personal thing that means a lot because there's, I'm not, when it comes to guitar, I have such respect for musicians. The people I hang out with the most are musicians, and I wish I was a great guitar player. I really use it I concentrate just on trying to strum well and write songs with it. But I'm really honored to be in, be in that group of people that have their own Martin. I did, yeah. There's it's kind of based on the song Home and the record Home. So there's the herringbone around the outside as red, white, and blue, but it's a little bit of Buck Owens' influence there as well, because I'm a huge Buck fan, and I always loved his. I think I got the very last red, white, and blue guitar from Buck before he passed away. So have that at the house, and so that's kind of incorporated in there a little bit. There's a Phoenix on there just because where I'm from, and just the specs on the guitar are kind of custom to how I like them. So pretty cool. It doesn't feel like it feels. The guitar I have that I play all the time is a big hole in it from playing it so much. So it's kind of weird. Everything I have is kind of beat up a little bit. So it's weird to have this nice shiny guitar. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit, but I'm going to do my best to get it all beat up here pretty soon. Well, you just never know how songs would come about. That song came about from, just the Van Halen thing, 5150, a police code for a crazy person, and him and I kind of just joking back and forth about how getting 5-1, 5-0, getting crazy, and then it turned into a song, and then we ended up recording it and turned into a record, and you never know what's I like it, and I always I like it more and more every time I see people out there going singing along to it and doing the hand gestures to it, but everything revolves around just the balance of a set list and a live show, and also with radio too, and pushing and pulling. A song like Home is can kind of make your brain work overtime a little bit. It's a pretty heavy song that I'm so proud to have, but it's really nice to back it up with something that's just a song that's made pretty much just to lubricate your throat for cold beer. It's like it's just made to drink. There's nothing crazy about it as far as thinking goes, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of songs like that got me into country music, like Chattahoochee, Alan Jackson. That song wasn't meant for anything, just having a good time, and there's nothing wrong with that every now and then to put a song out like that. And so Jim was right, and I was never wrong. I was just, there's a lot of songs on this record that I'd like to be singles, so it's, you only get to pick a couple, and I know, you gotta live with what you pick. So I'm glad we picked it. Sure, yeah, the family's doing great. We actually did a road trip together recently on the a couple of buses out there on the road, which is no sleep for anybody, but it's worth it. They love we played at a stadium down in Bayou Fest down in Louisiana, which is great. They're able to watch that show and sing along and whatnot. It's always fun to have them out there on the road, but they're doing great. Everyone's good. I think the guys in my band act younger than my two girls do, but that's a different story. But they're good. Everyone's healthy and doing great, so thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.